we are so glad now to be joined by the New Orleans Saints first-round pick. Cesar Ruiz from the University of Michigan joins us now. Cesar, first off, congratulations, my man. I know that is a big moment, and I've got to imagine that was a moment you'll cherish forever.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So how was it? How was it hearing your name called? Not only hearing your name called, but being in the first round and also going to an organization like the New Orleans Saints?
Yeah, I mean, just everything about it was just amazing. Going to a great organization, getting picked in the first round, unexpectedly getting picked as well. So, I mean, all of it was just all amazing.
All right, so did you have any clue that it was going to be the New Orleans Saints? Because I always tell my story. When I was getting drafted, I thought for sure I was going to be a Detroit Lion. Like, I already was looking at apartments in Detroit, and then all of a sudden the Chargers trade up, and I was a San Diego Charger. So I was going from surefire Detroit to San Diego. So I've got to know, did you have a clue the Saints were that interested in you?
No, I thought there were a few teams I thought I was going to go to. Honestly, when the Saints got on the clock, I had already prepared my people like, hey, just know if we have to come back tomorrow, like, I'll be off the board early. So I'm just telling everybody, just be ready to come back tomorrow.
Right.
And then next thing you know, my phone starts ringing. So, I mean, yeah, it was definitely completely unexpected. I didn't think they were going to pick me. And I was just curious to see who they were going to pick, because they went all the way down to about 2 minutes before they picked. And that's when I got the call. So that's when I was just really was surprised.
All right, so take us through the phone calls. Who did you get on the phone with first from the Saints, and how many people did you talk to? And did y'all start immediately talking about, okay, fits, center, guard, and like where they see you playing for the team?
Yeah, I was on the phone with Coach Payton, and then I was on the phone with assistant GM at I believe his name is Jeff Ireland, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, we were on the phone, and they basically told me that they're excited about me. First, it was Jeff Ireland. He basically just said, hey, really excited about you. We love the way you play. Like, how are you doing? Are you healthy? And then Coach Payton got on the phone, and then Coach Payton basically just told me, like, hey, look, we love the way you play. We love everything about you. We're looking forward to you getting down here. Are you healthy? Are you staying in shape? And I said, yes. He said, well, we're going to take you with this selection. We're on the clock right now. Congratulations.
Wow.
And after he said that, it was just, boy, it was waterworks from there on.
That's cool, man. Your reaction was great.
It was.
That's one of the beautiful moments about the draft. You say it was surprising that they took you there. Take me through the pre-draft conversations that you had with New Orleans. Did you have a chance to talk to them at all? I know it's been a quirky pre-draft process, but did you have any interaction with them?
Yeah, from what I can remember, only at the Combine. That was all I can remember from only at the Combine. That might be the only interaction we've ever had with the Combine.
Wow. Do you keep up with New Orleans? I mean, I'd imagine that you're a fan of football, being a high-end player like you are coming out of college. Do you have familiarity with the New Orleans Saints offense and how efficient they are?
Yes. I watch a lot of football, hard football.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, I've always had a favoritism towards the Saints, even in Madden. I was playing Madden the other day, and when you play Madden, you have to pick your favorite team. I never realized the favorite team I picked when I first got the game was the Saints.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So I guess the obvious question, working with Drew Brees, right? I mean, if you're familiar with the offense and Brees being such a legend, not only in this part of the world, but all over football, potentially now going into meeting rooms with a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it's definitely great. Something I'm definitely looking forward to. I believe he's going to be able to teach me stuff that nobody else can teach me from a player's perspective, just from a football perspective as well. He's been around the game so long, and just being in a room full of guys like that have been around the game so long, it's going to be great to learn a lot and just see what I can take from them.
All right, now I know you were excited to see a message from Drew Brees. Welcome you to the New Orleans Saints, but what about getting a welcome from Zion Williamson? And that had to be a special moment as well.
Yeah, that one was cool. Yeah, I mean, everybody loves Zion, man. He's the man right now in the NBA. Everybody loves Zion. So, being so me and him both with CAA too, so there's that connection. And
see, there we go, CAA fam right there.
Yes, sir. And then him just giving me that shout out was special. I appreciated that.
Speaking of a lot of love in this part of the country, there's a lot of love for Grant Delpit. I know that you and him were high school teammates at IMG. Can you talk to me about maybe relationships that you have with Delpit and being able to go through this part of the process with your friends and people you know?
Yeah, definitely. Grant Delpit is one of my really close friends that I had at IMG. And after I got drafted, he called me the day after, because he had got picked the day after me, and he was in Louisiana, and basically he just because I had forgot that he was from there. I honestly forgot, because when we were in high school, he was in Houston.
Yeah,
right.
But when he called me, he was back in Louisiana. He basically was telling me like, look, my grandmother's down here, my family's down here, so you still have a place at home when you're down here. Just they'll take care of you, and you'll be good. So that was really uplifting. Me forgetting that I had people down there and them reminded me, so that actually helped me out a lot.
That's that down south loving, man. You missed out on that in recruiting a couple of years back. LSU gave you an offer. Delpit was trying to get you. Take me back to your recruitment, man. Why was it Harbaugh in Michigan?
Really, it was Coach Harbaugh in Michigan because a lot of schools weren't. I had a lot of offers, then a lot of schools just weren't like. They just gave up. Like, hey, look, I don't. We're just gonna move on from him. So I only was down to about like 15 schools that actually really wanted me towards the end of the process, and I really just came down to, what school was I more comfortable with, what school offered me everything I wanted academically and football wise, and I had been to Michigan at least like 5 times before I even was a senior in high school, because at my old high school at Camden High, I had 2 teammates who were committed to Michigan. So I became really familiar with the players, the coaches, and the entire campus, like the environment. I made relationships on campus before I was on campus. So I really got to know a lot of people there, and they just had the advantage with that. And that's where I was more comfortable, and that's where I felt like I belonged.
You were born in Jersey. You come down to Florida. You go back up to Michigan. Now you're coming down to New Orleans. Man, these situations for you, it's just like another day. Like, there's no adjustment period. You've been all over the country playing football. So I've got to imagine from a rookie, day one, you'll be ready to go.
Yeah, day one, I'll be ready to go.
All right, so the question's going to be center, guard. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you think you'll play? Do you have a preference, or are you just like, hey, I want to go out there and play football?
Yeah, I just want to go out there and play football. Coach hasn't really talked to me about whether he wants to play center or guard. I know it's one of them, but it's whatever. It's whatever they want me to do. I'm just ready to play football again.
All right, so this situation now, we all know that, you can't have the OTAs, you can't have the mini camps. Everything's going to be virtual right now. How do you learn the playbook? Is it something – I know y'all probably talked about how much you can get on a Zoom call or whatever. Is that process already in the works?
Yeah, I'm getting my playbook soon. We haven't really gotten into detail about what we're going to do in terms of like virtual meetings and stuff like that. They haven't really talked much about that. Probably when everything calms down, probably sometime this week we'll talk about it. But in terms of learning my playbook, I think I'll be pretty. I think I'll be pretty good getting a head start on my playbook once I get it. I know how to teach myself a lot of different things, so I think I have a little head start before we get everything started.
All right, Cesar, so I've got to ask you this. Like, where are you going to be located before you can end up down in New Orleans? Will you be able to come down to New Orleans right now? What's that situation like?
I don't think I can come down to New Orleans right now, but right now I'm just in Mississippi. Yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to get down there. I really want to get down there, but with all this stuff going on, who knows when?
Right.
But I really want to get down there and just get familiar with the city and my environment.
How creative have you had to be in keeping yourself in shape during this process without any access to a facility?
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's been really interesting. I've been working out in my garage. Never thought I would ever need those weights. So I'm actually getting put to use, wiping the dust off of them. And really working out in my backyard with my ladder and footwork, taking jogs in the morning, doing everything I can to make sure I'm ready when the time comes.
We down here are all looking forward to the football part of you coming down here. What about from the personal side of this, just the accomplishment? There was a detail and a story with what you've gone through and the adversity from a personal stance, but just the accomplishment of setting a goal of getting to the NFL and hearing your name called, the personal accomplishment side of it. How How relieving is that, and how motivating is it now that you've accomplished that?
Yeah, it definitely has motivated me a lot. And I mean, it's relieving as well. It's something I worked for my entire life. I put my mind to it, and I told myself I was going to do it. I told my mom I was going to do it. And not only get drafted, but I told my mom I was going to get drafted in the first round. Like I told my mom that. I told myself that. So put my mind and stuff, and believing in myself. It really helped. It really helps me a lot. Really moving forward, I'm just super motivated. Especially being picked first in the first round. Kind of early too, pick 24, and it's really just something that has to motivate me. I'm not about to go in there and just settle because I got picked in the first round. I love football, so I want to make sure I'm playing it for a long time. So I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make sure I'm playing for a long time.
Nice. New Orleans Saints first-round pick, Cesar Ruiz, our guest here on Hanging with Hester. Cesar, we'll let you go, but I just want to tell you, although I'd never had the opportunity to play for the Saints, I played for LSU and played in the NFL for a long time. There's no better fans than the New Orleans Saints, buddy. They will love you from day one. You're going to enjoy your time down in the Big Easy. I can promise you that. And also, if Grant Delpit says his family will cook for you, trust me, you need to take him up on that offer. Etouffee, gumbo, jambalaya, it doesn't matter. It's going to be good. Now, we got to keep you in weight. I understand that, but just let me tell you, the food's going to be fantastic down here, brother.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, man.
And congrats, man. We appreciate your time, man. It means a lot to us. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, the New Orleans Saints first-round pick, Cesar Ruiz. Man, that guy was impressive.
He was, man, and I think there was a lot of people asking why, on that draft pick, but I think the more that you dig in, the more that you understand what type of player he was and how he can fit into the offensive line, his versatility. I think that who are we at this point? My reaction was the same that you and I talked about on Friday morning. Jeff Ireland, Sean Payton,
right.
Mickey Loomis have set themselves up and have shown that they have been almost flawless in the draft over the past couple of seasons. They see a need. They see a guy that they can go get in Ruiz like they did on Thursday night in the first round.
Yep.
I can't wait to see.
When you take a look back at it, you guys say, okay, well, they got a plan for the other guys that are in position. And they've done that, so you have to trust in them that they're going to do that. And sometimes it is hard. I blame myself as well when you see who they have on paper. But they got younger. And the question that I wanted to ask him that I'm glad he answered was, I don't really care if I play center or guard. Because some guys, hey, Jordan, you know this. Some guys, like, if they're centers, they want to play center. If they're guard, they want to play guard. He was just happy to be drafted. He wanted to play whatever he has to.
And some specific, even like to the right and left side. You know what I mean? Like to have him be versatile and have an open mind to play at any position that they need him to play, I think is a good sign because now you've got a lot of durable, versatile guys up there. When you talk about McCoy, then you add in Ruiz to the mix. Guys like Clapp and Cameron Todd and all those guys that have been behind the scenes competing for positions. I think he fits right in. So it was a joy to talk to.
Yeah, I love the mindset, too. He's like, hey, he was telling his draft party, hey, come back tomorrow. We're going to go off the board early tomorrow. Like, he was the pep talk.
He was ready.
Like, most of the time, like, your mom
or
your wife or your sister, like, somebody's got to give you the pep talk. And he's like, nah, hey, be back tomorrow. We're good.
We're good.
We're going to be off the board early tomorrow. So, can't thank him enough. Cesar Ruiz, first-round pick, number 24 overall for the New Orleans Saints. That was a joy, man. I appreciate his time.